as I promised, I would do a video on the Big Buddy. I've had it for over 6 years, and it's been working great. You do have to do a little maintenance, and I posted a video right below this one about how to maintain them and clean them. They have 2 screws in the back, or 2 holes for screws that you can mount on the wall, which is what I did. You can take it out whenever you want. Now, they do have a battery that you can put in there for a little fan, but mine eventually died. So what I do is I just have a fan that I turn on whenever I'm using, so it moves the heat, because it does put out a lot of heat. I got a 30-foot fifth wheel with slides and all that, and I just mainly use the lower setting. Right now I have it on the pilot, and you can see the little flame right there. I don't know if you can see it. If you turn it all the way up, it'll get pretty hot really quick. Some people have mentioned, waiting on the pilot light for a minute. I've never had to wait, but I'm going to turn it off because it is hot. I have it by the door, and still just fine. It's a little thicker than some of the other ones, but I found it to be totally safe. I've never had a problem with it. Sometimes when it doesn't light, I do the Q-tip with alcohol down the little hole there to clean it out. Once in a while I blow it off with the compressed air for the computer, and that's pretty much it. Now what I did is I drilled a hole in my wall right here for the hose, and I'll show you. Here's one of my compartments, and it comes out through there, and it goes up here to the other side, and it comes over here. I bought this part right here from what do you call it, Amazon, and it's just a splitter, and it goes from here to the bottle. That way I can run it whenever I want, and I don't have to worry about changing those little tiny things that are very expensive. It works great. I've never had a problem with smelling gas. Like I said, the only issue I've had has been having to clean the orifice, because it basically gets full of dust and whatnot after a while. The key to this thing, though, if you don't want to screw it up, is to make sure you put a filter, and that fits right in here, and then you attach that to the other hose. They last about a year. People have talked about low pressure, and I suppose you can buy a gauge that you can put on the 5-gallon propane tank to regulate that, but I'll put it here just to be absolutely sure there's nothing coming through. I've been very happy with it. It fits my needs. I put a video on there on the carbon monoxide test that the guy did inside of a tent. Now, I don't worry too much about having ventilation, just because, as you know, RVs, they seep air from everywhere. I mean, around my slides, I can feel a little air, and everywhere else. So I've never had an issue with my sensors going off. I hope this helps. For the money, I think this is the best deal, and you can move it around. I bought this one, I think it was like $110 6 years ago. And it's been great. I don't like heat in my bedroom, so I just use it in the living room, and then if it's really cold, I'll open the door so it warms up a little bit the bedroom, but typically I don't have heat on even when it's like 25 degrees. Now, if it got down to 0, that's a different story. But I try to stay out of that ambient temperature if at all possible. Some of you I know like to do winter camping, and you know what? I love winter, but when I lived in Alaska, I loved winter, went out all the time, but I came back home where I had heat and everything else. Alright, well, I hope this helps you guys, and like I said, this one is a Big Buddy. It's got 3 settings. If you want to turn it on, it turns on pretty quick, and then you just turn it 1, 2, 3. This little thing here mine died. So it does get warm if you don't have a fan going. You can see where it kind of melted a little bit of the plastic up there, but as long as you don't have anything in front of it, it's not a big deal at all. Alright, well, have a great time and enjoy the RVing. Maybe I'll see you guys in Arizona. I'm in Oregon now training to get my CDL, and then I'm going to go back to Arizona where it's warm and sunny. It's been cloudy here for, God, a week and a half.